Welcome. Today we have an absolutely incredible story for you. It's an intellectual chase that spans 3 continents.
It really does.
The source material reads like this deeply layered historical thriller. But at its heart, it's really a detailed record about preserving ancient, world-changing scientific knowledge. So our mission for you, the listener, is to trace the path of one man, Imam Ramon. He's been tasked with recovering a lost manuscript, the Risalat-ul-Abyad, which was broken apart and hidden.
And the stakes here are, they're just colossal. This isn't just about archaeology.
Yeah.
It's a real conflict over who owns knowledge. The information in this manuscript is so profound that this powerful, shadowy group, they're only known as the Brokers Syndicate, is willing to do, well, pretty much anything to get it.
Right.
So the core tension we're looking at today is this age-old battle. Should knowledge be hoarded by the powerful, or should it be shared with all of humanity?
The whole story kicks off in this moment of deceptive calm in Istanbul. You have to picture the Bosphorus late at night, covered in that famous mist.
The kind that just dampens all the sound.
Exactly. Makes the world feel small. And Imam Rahman is there, walking, trying to cling to his faith, reciting his mantra for this mission. It's a verse from the Quran, which means,
surely with difficulty comes ease, a way of centering himself before everything explodes.
And it really does. That piece is just shattered. An old man appears, just materializes out of the shadows, looking terrified.
He shoves this package, wrapped in heavy cloth, right into Imam's hands, and he's just mumbling, "Take it, quickly. They will not stop."
And almost instantly, 3 figures emerge from the mist. Imam is forced into this high-stakes sprint through the streets.
That fast start really sets the tempo for the entire operation, doesn't it?
It really does. So once he finally shakes them, he gets a chance to look at what he's been given. The prize.
The manuscript itself.
Risalat-ul-Abyad. It's bound in sheepskin, clearly ancient, very fragile. But the first thing you notice is the warning, inked right there on the cover centuries ago.
What does it say?
Truth dies when knowledge is stolen. It's such a powerful declarative statement. It really sets the moral tone for the entire mission.
It does. And tucked inside that bundle was the first clue, the first piece of the puzzle.
Next destination.
Exactly. A cryptic note directing him to Shiraz in Iran, specifically to a place called Darb-e-Musafirin, the Traveler's Path. And the note just says,
"He will find you."
which proves right away Imam isn't alone in this. He's just been activated, basically. He's one part of this sophisticated international network that's been around for a long time.
So let's unpack that network, because it's the hidden structure holding this whole thing together. I mean, the journey from Istanbul to Shiraz is massive.
It's huge. Crossing borders, it requires serious planning and trust.
And when he arrives, Sheikh Nizam al-Barda is just waiting for him in a quiet alley. The Sheikh is the first key player we meet, and he identifies himself as a secret archivist.
And what's so fascinating is the nature of this guardianship. Sheikh Nizam's group, they're dedicated to preserving ancient Persian manuscripts. But it's not just academic for them.
It's preventative.
Exactly. They see their mission, which has been going on for centuries, as a kind of defense against factions like the Broker, who would misuse or just destroy scientific knowledge for profit.
You have to wonder how a network like that even survives for so long.
By being quiet, by using coded messages, and by putting their loyalty to knowledge above everything else.
So the Sheikh confirms the whole situation. He says the manuscript, Risalat-ul-Abyad, was intentionally split into 3 pieces.
A security measure.
Right. Scattered across the region to prevent total loss. One in Istanbul, which they have, the other 2
in Bukhara and Karachi. And that scattering, while it was protective, is now the central challenge.
The Sheikh then takes Imam to the ruins of an old library, and the spiritual ethos of the mission is literally carved into the wall. An inscription.
Waqul Rabbi Zidni Ilma.
Oh my Lord, increase me in knowledge.
And that grounds the whole operation. They don't see themselves as thieves or spies. They see themselves as facilitators of truth.
So in Shiraz, they get the clue for the second part of the manuscript. The Sheikh gives Imam this small wooden box.
And inside?
A silk cloth, and on it, an address. Bukhara Underground Archive number 47. But that's not the real key.
Of course not. It's too simple.
The real security is in the corner. Invisible ink initials, AAB. So you don't just need the where, you need the who. The authentication.
This multi-layered security, it just speaks volumes about the level of threat they're constantly under. They're anticipating being caught at every turn.
So that clue leads Imam to Bukhara in Uzbekistan. Think about that logistical jump from Istanbul to a Silk Road hub.
And he finds Archive 47 right under a bustling old market. They're literally hiding in plain sight. It's brilliant.
And there he finds AAB, Aisha al-Bukhari. And she's not just another archivist, she has this highly specialized technical role.
Her expertise is described as Islamic astronomy linguistics.
We need to unpack what that actually means, because it's a critical skill for this whole thing.
It is. It's not just about translation. It's about tracking scientific terms and concepts, even ciphers, across different historical dialects and eras. She understands the science behind the words as they were written centuries ago.
So she can ensure the ancient thought translates accurately to today.
Precisely.
Aisha starts by scanning that first piece of the manuscript, the one from Istanbul. And this is where things take a huge technological turn.
It's not just text that shows up.
Not at all. The scanner triggers this powerful blue light, and it reveals a crucial hidden layer beneath the visible text.
A functioning Silk Road map.
Can you believe that?
I mean, we have to pause on that for a second. This completely redefines what the artifact is. It's not just a book. It's a secure, interactive data carrier built hundreds of years ago.
With sheepskin and special inks.
How do they engineer a document that looks like a scroll but functions like a secure digital file? It suggests a level of intellectual depth we rarely attribute to that era.
So they use that map. It pinpoints the location of the second piece, hidden deep in a well or maybe a cave beneath the market.
They retrieve it, and the script is written in this faint blue ink that matches the map.
But that intellectual victory is immediately followed by, well, extreme physical danger.
Of course. The moment the intellectual work ends, the crisis begins. Just as they get the second fragment, the broker's syndicate arrives.
Gunshots echoing off the stone walls of this ancient place. It's visceral.
And this is where we see Aisha's true character, the academic, the linguist. She just pivots instantly to action, whispers, "Stay behind me," and yanks open this ancient stone slab.
Revealing a hidden escape tunnel.
And they get out during the shootout. It's just, wow.
It's a perfect example that preserving knowledge sometimes requires as much physical courage as it does intellectual work.
Absolutely.
So once they're safe, they join the two pieces of the manuscript together.
And the blue ink from both pieces, it converges. It flows together and forms one final, totally unambiguous instruction.
KHIBA9.
Which Aisha, with her expertise, decodes instantly. KHI is Karachi, Pakistan. And BA9 must be Black Archive Section 9.
It's a smart cipher. Simple for the network, but almost impossible for an outsider to crack.
It's all about operational security. The pieces are literally pointing the way to the final showdown.
So the chase moves to Karachi, the final leg. But for this confrontation, they know they need backup.
And they find it in a man named Javed, an undercover federal officer.
Who's been tracking the broker for 3 years.
And this is a really critical ethical moment. Javed doesn't join because of official orders. He joins because he believes in the network's core principle, that this knowledge can't belong to criminals.
So the alliance expands. It's not just about faith and science anymore. Now it includes law enforcement, all based on a shared moral duty.
Right.
The climax is set in this abandoned container yard by the sea. The atmosphere is just thick with tension. You've got these shadowy, masked figures gathering for a midnight auction for the final manuscript piece.
And before it all kicks off, Team Imam, Aisha, and Javed, they pause. They offer a quiet prayer. It's a moment of recognizing that they're just carriers of this truth, not its owners.
And then we get the confrontation. The broker finally faces Imam directly, and this is where the whole ideological core of the story is just laid bare.
The broker states their philosophy, plain and simple. Knowledge belongs to the powerful.
And that's such a modern debate, isn't it? The idea of intellectual property, hoarding it to maintain power.
Precisely. It turns knowledge into a commodity, something to be bought, sold, and weaponized.
But Imam stands firm. He gives the moral counterpoint that has defined this entire mission.
He says knowledge belongs to Allah. Man is merely a carrier.
Which shifts the whole thing from ownership to stewardship. Knowledge as a universal resource we're just meant to protect and share.
It's a beautiful moment, and then chaos.
The moment the gavel falls to sell the piece, Javed gives the signal. Lights out. The whole yard just plunges into darkness.
Imam races for the manuscript, smashes the glass box it's in.
And the broker's people are momentarily trapped because Aisha, with her quick thinking, hits a trigger that unleashes a wall of fire across the floor.
Not to harm them, just to contain them.
To secure their escape route to the sea.
So they get away, they reach a secret warehouse, and this is the moment of synthesis. The 3 fragments of Risalat ul Abyad are finally laid together.
And the source material says they magnetically assemble themselves in that same powerful blue light.
And the full, unified document reveals the shocking scientific content the broker was willing to kill for.
Okay, so what was it? What does this manuscript, this thing they've risked everything for, what does it actually say?
It contains the universe expansion equation, a specific prediction of cosmological expansion.
Wow.
And Aisha, the astronomer and linguist, she is stunned. She realizes that Muslim astronomers had achieved this profound insight centuries before its, quote, accepted modern discovery.
That's the mic drop moment for the history books.
It really is.
Yeah.
This discovery, it fundamentally challenges our historical narratives. It shows this advanced cosmological understanding existed long before the modern West rediscovered it.
It forces you to ask, what else have we missed?
Exactly. This isn't just some historical curiosity. It's a scientific document that demands a reevaluation of the entire history of astronomy.
So that's the real aha of this deep dive. The recovery wasn't just a physical journey from Istanbul to Karachi.
No, it was a spiritual, an intellectual, and a scientific race against time.
Protected by this incredible network of scientists, archivists, and agents, all operating under a unified moral code of stewardship.
And thankfully, the mission was a success. Imam Rahman completes the final leg. He travels to Dhaka and deposits the complete manuscript with the OIC Heritage Council.
So the knowledge is, as the source says, free again for humanity.
It's a huge victory.
But even with the manuscript secured, the responsibility of the keeper, it's permanent. Sheikh Nizam's final words to Imam, they feel like a charge for all of us. He says, your journey is not over, Imam. Knowledge preservation, that is your responsibility.
And that responsibility sort of passes to the listener now. I mean, given that we now know ancient manuscripts contain these kinds of profound, established scientific revelations, actual equations, not just philosophy, it makes you wonder what other lost or stolen pieces of knowledge might still be out there, just waiting to be reunited. Knowledge that could fundamentally reshape not just history, but our current understanding of physics and the cosmos itself.